Lokati here. Today we're going to talk about build support. One of the most frequent questions I get asked in my channel is how do I improve on my build? And so I thought I'd share with YouTube how these things kind of go on my Twitch channel. So let's go ahead and take a look. A Void Fletcher bow. All right, so you want to do more, what kind of damage, sir? Single target or clear? I mean, for single target, you just need, like, first off, you need to add Vol Ice Shot in here. Like, not running Vol Ice Shot is crazy talk. Vol Ice Shot is the only reason to use Ice Shot. I assume you've never played with Vol Ice Shot? Do Vol Ice Shot creates 6 clones of you, and they all use whatever skill you have. It is it's 600% increased damage. Vol Ice Shot is fucking crazy good. I assumed when you said you were making a Vol Ice Shot build, this is why. So, Vol Ice Shot. You won't need to switch barrage support for bosses. Like, that should cover your single target. Now, as far as your clear, like, you've got a really good base of damage. But this, like, barrage, ballista totem, whatever, this can just go away. Anytime you're pressing ballista totem, you're not doing damage. You don't need ballista totems. You're not even spected to sentry or surveillance. So the sentry totems can go away. If you want better clear, you need to be running another Mana Forged Arrows. And this would be rain arrows. So rain of arrows of saturation and storm rain and volatility. Like, so this link right here is going to do insane amounts of damage. Just this 4 link. It's going to do insane amounts of damage. It'd be better if you had a Rathar mercenary, but I know you don't. You're happy with what you got. So rain arrows of saturation is going to have about an 11. You probably don't have any AoE or anything. Probably an 8-point overlap on this one. And then storm rain beams are going to have 2.44 times 1.6. Oh, what's the storm rain equation? I can't remember. Storm rain overlap equation. So number of projectiles time attacks rate times 1.66. So how many projectiles do we have on this? We got 7, so this would be times 7. So you got 27 overlap on storm rain. So we come over here and we go overlapping beams 27. And then like right now you're doing 8 million DPS. And when your rain arrows, the saturation and storm ring kick in, you'll be doing 14 million DPS. So this will massively boost your clear because rain arrows and storm rain are great clear. And you'll pick up another 5 mil single target DPS plus your Vol Ice shots, which are going to be huge boost to your damage. Well, this should be enable Ice Shot, not Vol Ice Shot. You have enable, I had enable Vol Ice Shot on accident there. So it's another 5, like I said, another 5.9 million damage just from your Storm Rain, your Rain Arrows of Saturation and Storm Rain with volatility linked. Now, if you really want to amp this up a notch, you can find a way to clear links out. Because you got like Frenzy, Bone Chill, Mana Forged Arrows here. Like obviously this can go to your gloves. And this can go to your body. And you got Blood Rage and Precision here. Elemental Proliferation. Herald of Ice can't freeze. Can it? I guess it could. Yeah, Herald of Ice can freeze, I guess. Steel Skin on helmet. Here's what I would do. I'd move Herald of Ice to here and not worried about proliferation. You're a bow build. You're hitting everything on the screen anyway. I'd move Herald of Ice down here and kick off this Herald of Ice and Elemental Proliferation. And this Blood Rage and Precision, I would move over to Boots. So it looks like that. And then your Rain Arrows, Saturation, and Storm Rain become a 6 link instead of just a 4 link. And we're going to increase critical damage. And then the slowest ever. Concentrated effect makes it do more boss damage. Elemental damage attacks makes it do more clear. So it's your choice. But that would bring up your we have I shot 5x. Supposed to be 1. I don't know why I said 5x. So that would bring up your Mana Forged Arrows, Rain of Saturation, Storm Rain to more DPS than your Ice Shot. I don't know why you had 5 on Ice Shot. Are you like trying to estimate like overlap explosions from projectiles? I don't know. No, not at all. Ice Shot does not shotgun. Now, if 2 guys are standing next to each other and they both get hit by an arrow, the guys behind them can get hit by both AoEs, but that's not how Ice Shot works. The Vol only portion of damage. So then your boss damage would look like this. So if you do all this, so currently you only do like 3.3 million with Ice Shot. That's your current DPS. You can do that. But you're not gonna like this is gonna like totally change the character. So this is your 6 link. This 6 link does 13 million DPS. Now this 6 link only does 13 million DPS once you have ramped up and gotten everything out. So it takes like 2 or 3 seconds to get the storm rains out and the rain of arrows to start shotgunning. So this isn't instant damage. It's got like a 2-second delay, but it's like 13 million DPS. And then whenever you trigger Vol Ice Shot, you'll pick up 10 million DPS. And then your regular Ice Shot will continue doing 3.3 million DPS plus 900k from your Mirage. So you go from 4 million single target to about 27 million single target. Now again, I know you're running this Grace and Trothan aura right here. And you would potentially lose Grace, but don't, I know you're running Vol Eye Shot, don't sit on this damage. You can't run Learcast, so you lose this. You wouldn't have Grace, but you don't have Grace in here anyway for that matter. 33 million damage to add the Wrath Aura guy in with Wrath Scepters. It's not even including Doriani's. If you then added Doriani's onto your build, you would do 60 million DPS. These changes would take you from 3 million DPS to 60 million DPS. And then we could do more to fix your damage beyond there. But if you really want to run your guy, that's fine. I'm not going to make you run the Wrath Aura. That's just an option. Something got backed out here. What was our overlapping beams? 27. There we go. Yeah, of course. I'll always send the POV back. Now, I assume these are the best links for your weapon. They could be. Your lowest resonance count is 50, by the way, not 40. 50 is the lowest resonance count you can have if you're getting resonance. I assume these are the best choices. We can do this to better... Will my passive tree work with the rain of arrows? Yeah, your passive tree doesn't have anything to do with rain of arrows. It's just generic bow damage. Now this is not your exact damage. You're actually doing... There's no way to well, there is. There's an annoying way to calculate it. I'm not going to. Because we get so much custom config to get it set up to calculate for the return portion of projectiles. But you're doing an extra 1.3 million damage. Void Fletcher. A Void Shot is doing 500k DPS. But you're only getting Void Charge every 0.5 seconds. Like there's an infinite number of better quivers than this. Like we're at 28 million with that quiver. And if you just want to use it because you like using it, that's fine. But there's an infinite number of better quivers out there. Not to mention you could get life from a quiver, which is always nice. Like here's a 10 chaos quiver. We'll step up to here's a quivers are cheap today. Here's a 1 div quiver. So you're doing 28 million, or a 1 div quiver, you're doing 31 million. And probably not taking advantage of increased. Oh, you do have projectile speed, yeah. So I mean, there's all kinds of options from a quiver standpoint of quivers that just do more damage. You could also opt to get quivers that have stats on them or life on them or anything else. Heat Shiver is fine. Harry's Ire is fine. You're not chilling to 30, probably, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. Harry's Ire is good. Replica Harry's Ire is better if you go Wrath Aura. Yoke is obviously good. Taming is good. But you need a like if you want to amp your damage, you would need to run Skitterbots with Secrets of Suffering. I can show you what that looks like if you want to. Because you're running Tamings, and so you're leaving like a ton of damage on the table there. So we'll do this. And then we run an interrogation. And then we come out here, and this is 4 skill points. So we got to rip 4 skill points from somewhere. And we're just going to rip damage. But we'll rip this damage because we don't need any of that anyway. And so we have Secrets of Suffering now, which means we no longer chill. We no longer shock. We brittle. We sap. We scorch. Probably a 5, a 3, and a 4 maybe. Do we have fire damage? We do have fire damage. We have a significant amount of fire damage. Probably a 7 scorch. You'd have to look at the numbers in game on a boss to see what your scorch, brittle, and sap is, but we're just estimating. And we need just a hair of accuracy. So we'll just dump like accuracy in here. And it's not a big deal, but 100% hit feels better, and that'll help you versus evasive monsters. And semi interrogation. And then skitterbots come in. And so you would have to lose Herald of Ice to run skitterbots. 80 mana reservation is probably a little tight. 39 mana. We'd probably lose increased crit damage here. What are these skills costing us? Probably want to go 12% increase mana reservation efficiency. Are you running a rune graft? No. Yeah, that would get you up to 41 mil DPS. So all we did was we added Secrets of Suffering. We swapped out Herald of Ice for Skitterbots. Skitterbots are now handling Chill and Shock for us because we can't Chill and Shock. We're getting a Brittle, a Scorch, and a Sap out. Brittle, Scorch, and Sap with 3 more elements, all of them elemental, scaling your Tamings and your Yoke. And so you can see on Ice Shot, you now have 48% from each taming 5 times instead of only 3 times. Now you can take this a step further. If you give your mercenary any way to ignite, Give your merc ignite. That means percent ignite chance and some source of fire damage. A bow with fire damage, a bow with fire damage plus ignite. If he can crit at all and he does fire damage, that also ignites. If he ignites, then you kick your damage up to 47 million DPS. And so give your merc ignite equals 6 mil DPS. Now this is a little bit of misnomer. It's not, it's a little bit less than this because technically the mercenaries ignite doesn't count for yoke, but like we don't have any way to tell POB that. So you would lose the contribution from yoke, which is wherever it gets calculated in here. Yeah, so you would, this would be a little bit less than that. Like it'd be 46 million. Yeah. So here's the second POB. That would kick just your straight eye shot would kick up to almost 7 mil. So that's like double your damage. And then obviously your vol eye shot and everything else scales too. That would put you in a really good position overall.